So we have all these tools now, yeah, all these really cool tools and image generation, music generation, and now life is so much easier. It's like we have to do all the things by ourselves. Like creativity is possible with a push of a button and just putting in the right prompt. And now we have more time for coming up with creative ideas and to think about the real important stuff in life. So yeah, we have free time again. I don't know about you, but like I have a 2-day working week now, so like I chill most of the time thanks to AI. And yeah, well, this promise like never came true, and believe it or not, it will not come true in the future either. The reason? Because the marketing world, like where I work, is scaling up as we are building the airplane we are flying in. So what does that mean? They told us AI and marketing changes everything. This is what they promised. And don't get me wrong, I love it. Me as a creative, I like to do concept work, and now I can do images, I can do music, I can do layout voiceover by myself. I can do everything myself. I have now superpowers I did not have before, but that also means a lot of more work. But we are supercharging everyone in the agency and everyone's skill set. But what does the same? The other truth is AI and marketing changes nothing. Because what doesn't change? We still need to tell stories. We still need to captivate our audience. And marketing has always started with what? Understanding people, solving their needs, and a big, exciting, creative idea. And this hasn't changed. Even with AI, this hasn't changed. And I want to show you a current example of a classical 30-second TV commercial I saw at the Super Bowl. And it really helps if you know Harry and Sally. If not, you will still get it. And even in the age of AI, something like this still works.
I can't believe they let us back in this place.
Oh, no good?
No.
Oh. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, boy.
So good. Oh, it is so.
This one's real.
Oh. Woo. Now that is a sandwich.
I'll have what she's having.
We want to have a sandwich now, so they really took the opportunity, this famous scene from Harry and Sally, and used it for their brand. Yeah, it's a brand which still works in the 30-second TV commercial. So in that regard, marketing hasn't changed. But one thing has changed. People are changing. First, we see an explosion of cultural touchpoints. And I know you are seeing this too. Culture is going through online communities faster than you can say TikTok trend. And it's defining everything we're buying. And second, there's an increasing variety of people now coming into the spotlight with an expanding diversity of needs and desires. There's a demand for more unique, more bespoke, more individualized and uncompromising communication. So welcome to the internet content apocalypse. Cool, let's step to creativity. This was the second thing I want to talk about. And to get you in the mood, I want to show you 2 examples of AI and advertising. The first one is a commercial for Vodafone. Don't know if you have seen it. And the second one is a commercial for a shower gel called Naturally Source. No, Original Source.
This is the rhythm of my life, oh yeah, the rhythm of my life. You can put some food on my face, oh sunshine in an empty place.
somehow because it's maybe I can turn it down. I don't know. If not, I show the next one. Ah, where is it?
Someone needs a hit of original sauce. Supercharge your day with the 100% natural fragrance of original sauce. Original sauce. Nature hits different.
Yes, as you can see, two totally different projects, and both are made with the help of generative AI. The first one is a classical Vodafone vignette film, like they did over 100 like this before, and but this time it's made with generative AI. But it's the same story they told before. It's just a different technique, right? Is it well done? I would say yes, absolutely. Is it creative, outstanding? I don't know. I personally don't think so. The second one, super funny, visual, and for me a story which I have not seen like this before exactly. So in this case, they combined a real shooting and with the help of generative AI enhancement. So the beginning and the ending is a real shot scene, and the rest is AI generated. So here's another truth based on these two films. When execution becomes trivial, direction becomes essential. And what do I mean with this? What kind of story do you want to tell when you can suddenly tell any story in the world? And this is actually a super hard question, because usually we had production limitations. We had a timing, we had a budget, we had to think in borders how we can make a film, how we can tell a story, but we don't have this anymore. And for us, it's also new, and we're also still learning this. And actually, we need all your input as well, because you think probably a little bit more free than we were working in the production business for so many years. And I don't want to see like the next sci-fi spec commercial because it just looks good with AI. It would be great to see some ideas which have not been told before. And we are really looking for this, and Gen AI hasn't found this. There's no AI Meisterstück yet. There's no new storytelling yet done with AI.
One small question a little bit. I know we're running behind a little bit, but yet I have one point that I would find interesting. Yes. Because when we were here 1.5 years ago, it was interesting to see that marketing is running a little bit ahead of what I would say traditional filmmaking or traditional filmmakers working with generative AI. And here I would find interesting, if you look at something like this ultra-personalized segment of one, this is something that I learned definitely today, this segment of one version, do you think that's something that might be interesting also on another level for content creation that is not driven by the marketing industry, but by artistic expression? And how could something like this look like? Because what you're teasing there is like there's something there that might be, like you say, a Meisterstück, something that really leverages or uses this technology in a new way and tells stories in a new way.
Yeah, I think in the end you have to get people's attention for your work, and if you can do it in a totally new way, even if it's selling for a product or if it's selling your creative idea, I think it's a great way to explore this actually, because usually there's a one-to-many communication as a filmmaker. You're doing one film for everyone, right? So everyone sees the same film. But what if you can tune that and twist that a little bit? You're doing this film for this person, this film for this person. But you have the same story arc or the same characters, and like everyone gets a little bit of a personalized version. I think it could be a way to explore this while still keeping good old film methods alive, like good music, good dramaturgy and everything. but I think why not? It's not only for advertising. It's just that we had to find the technology the first because the brands need to make money. Yeah, so we can spend money on this to work it out. But why not use it for artistic expression as well? For sure.
I think what I can tease a little bit, we have later on presenting a project that is doing something similar here from Elena and David that are trying to find a certain kind of personalized storytelling. But thank you so much for this insight, especially looking back to where we were at, difficult to say, 1.5 years ago. And thank you so much for taking the time to be here. So big round of applause.